I think we can go see the governor now. Clementia bows before leaving. I shall arrange for him to be escorted to your study. Alright, so this is the guy rocking the same hairstyle as me. How dare you? How dare you? Who do you think you are? And we will have him flogged. The first opportunity. Governor Urban Drystem, Sir Deepest von Valancius, 20th in his line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of the Cronus Expanse, from the Cranach system to the 100 Dreams crossroads, I bid you welcome. Urban Drystem, Governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora von Valancius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dargonus and of the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of our beloved lady. Half a year. Theodora von Valancius deserves more than that. You will declare a full year of mourning. There is no need. I am new ruler of the Protectorate. Let my subjects rejoice at my arrival instead. It's all the same to me. Do as you see fit. Let's say that. I will immediately give all necessary instructions, your lordship. He casually presses a few buttons on the cogitator built into his gold bracer. Esteemed Sir Deepest, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and persevere in spite of this tragedy. Together, and let us carry on where she no longer can, by leading the von Valancius Protectorate to even greater prosperity. Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of Dargonus flew into a rage, and they had to be astropaths. A powerful sanctioned sidecar who can send and receive messages through space using their telepathic abilities. And they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighboring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the roots are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of ships in the Dargonus Navy travel without relying on the services of navigators, without your engagement, the well-being of the von Valancius dynasty and billions of his subjects is presently at risk. Okay. We met a ship from Dargonus not too long ago. The crew was transporting a strange artifact and went mad during the flight. Kunrad Voigtberg, former Master of Whispers, is a heretic and a traitor. Has he shown his face on Dargonus? Put him on the spot. What exactly do the Dargonus nobility expect from me in light of the loss of roots and communication with other worlds? I would like to complete my inauguration as Rogue Trader as soon as possible. When is the ceremony? Let's talk about Kunrad. The governor pensively strokes his rings glittering on his fingers. Lord Voigtberg visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispering in the corridors has come from. I shall be frank with you, your lordship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all manner of rumors and misinterpretations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a rogue trader. However, Kunrad Voigtberg was once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such some might heed his words. I sentence all who have dared to make heretical remarks about the rogue trader to servitude in perpetuus. Perpetuus? What the hell is that? Imperpetuus. Okay, that word is not showing up. Servitude imperpetuous. So make them turn them all into servitors. I think this is saying. Machines aren't prone to dissidents. They are though. All of Kaiva Gamma went crazy. Iconoclast, dogmatic. I'm probably gonna go with the first one. My subjects' doubts are understandable. Too many things have changed in too short a span. I'll prove myself worthy of my position. Heretical. Publicly rip out the vocal cords and tongues of every slander and replace them with vox implants that sing the praises of the rogue trader, Sir Deepest Vobaledges, without interruption. I should think that will serve as a reminder of who rules this world. I couldn't care less about what people think of me. I am Theodora's successor, whether they like it or not. Damn, 2 is what I would normally do. I think 2 is going to cause me too much problems, to be honest. Let's do 1. I shall immediately make all the arrangements so that your order can be carried out properly. Driveston bows. Sheesh, I caused some pain today. We met a ship from Dargonis not too long ago. Let's talk about that. This is a truly regrettable bit of news. What's more, leaving Dargonis has been forbidden for several cycles now. It seems the Weserian family has once again failed in their primary responsibilities. He shoots Abelard a condescending look. Condescending look. Abelard, smack this guy. We will investigate this at once, as well as the fact that the ship had to acquire a permit with the Administratum seal. Does your nephew still serve at the Administratum Palace? The governor presses a number of buttons on the cogitator built into his bracer and looks up at you in surprise. I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so. What? If you can believe it, on the rogue trader's authorization. That is why no one dared to impede its departure. Lord Captain, it would seem that Kunrad somehow got his hands on a copy of your authorization, or perhaps even the original. A tool like that in the hands of a traitor does not bode well. What exactly do the Dargonis ability to explain? Let's say this. We are all troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supplied Dargonis and other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Gatprak is perturbed by loss. To cause to be worried or upset. House Gatprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world, Kaiva Gamma, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention the most is the penal world Viabos 6, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. Viabos 6, the penal world. Commerce. Such intriguing concern for Viva 6 outpost. Doesn't your house happen to own the extraction stations there? Drafstan's beady eyes widen in fear. Your lordship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decisions in any way. You see, without Viva 6, the manufacturers on your worlds will need to make haste to find new supplies elsewhere and arrange for new shipments. And in these troubling times, they run the risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. My only concern is for the prosperity of the von Valancius dynasty. I have already been to Kaiva Gamma. The industrial world was overtaken by a cult of chaos worshippers. Drafton pauses, mulling over the gravity of your words. Such woeful tidings, your lordship. I assume that House Gaprak is in for an official investigation. If I may remind you, they have particularly close ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus and serve as patrons of Kaiva Gamma. Not to speak in the defense of criminals, your lordship, but from where I stand, the outbreak of heresy on Kaiva could hardly have been perpetrated by a noble family who stands to lose the majority of their wealth should the industrial world fall. We won't wait for the investigation. See to it that punitive measures are taken against House Gaprak. No. I doubt the Gapraks had anything to do with this incident. It's too early to draw any conclusions. We will wait for the results of the investigation. Most reasonable, your lordship. But what of the industrial world? Are we to expect trade to recommence? The production facilities of Kaiva Gamma will serve humanity once more, rest assured. House Gaprak will be overjoyed to hear it. I thank you for dispelling the darkness around the fate of Kaiva Gamma. I've already visited the agri-world. Janus, Governor Viet, found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly, the Viet line is one of the oldest in the von Valancius protectorate. If the inheritor of such a well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Lie, a cursed Xenos took Vistenza's life, but her death was avenged. Vistenza succumbed to worshipping the ruinous powers and was executed. Vistenza Viet is no longer in charge of the world. She is dead. I have delivered Janus into more capable hands. Let's say free. Drafton's eyes open wide. The Viet line is broken? Such horrible news. Oh, it will shake many who were connected to the Viets and who are used to the immunity that comes with our class. That does it for the planets and trade routes. What else? Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. He rubs the bridge of his nose wearily. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Cronus expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds this side of the Moor for decades, but now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dargonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers, although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of Viabo 6 has been of particular concern in the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Now to issues on a smaller scale. There is a certain degree of tension in the capital due to unorthodox succession to the sacred warrant. Chances of uprising are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumors is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What is to be done about them? Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly, but do not threaten entire families. Hopefully these steps will be enough to keep the rest from causing any more trouble. I cannot. What those hyenas are yapping about behind my back, leave them be. They are no threat. They are no threat to me. Make arrangements for public purges. All who have sullied the rogue trader's name must meet their death on the executioner's block. Send the disgruntled nobles lavish gifts on my behalf and make sure that my generosity does not go unnoticed by the rest. Ooh, these two are probably good. I'd like to ask Abelard. Whew. I feel like it's 301. It could be 4 as well. I feel like 4, they could act out more to try and get more gifts. Oh, sorry. But they could be like, oh no, actually this is better. Let's just chill. If this goes wrong from this day forth, we are just going to kill people who disrespect me. An elegant solution, your lordship. Other families will assume that your relationships with the defiant houses are more complicated than one might think, and that agitators will receive the message that they are being watched. And one last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the sacred warrant is but a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, boasted by an equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on Dargonus by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to House Drivestem. One moment. Which houses can represent me at the ceremony? Any of the noble houses located on Dargonus, the Drivestem family, which I lead, the Gaprek family, with long ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Sauerbachs, known for their piety and diligence in service. Perhaps I should also mention the Weserians, who have some influence but who are not actually of noble origin. Any one of these houses would be honored to represent you at the ceremony. There is no need to alter any traditions. The dynasty will be represented by House Drivestem. House Gaprek will represent the new rogue trader. House Sauerbach will carry out this duty. Your presumption is wrong. I'll bestow this honor upon the Weserians. He's gonna fucking hate me, but I'm doing it. Let's do it, let's do it. Abelard turns to you and bows respectfully. Lord Captain, to accompany you at such a critical hour is the greatest honor for the Weserian bloodline. Have no fear, we will not fail you. Drivestem tosses Abelard a look that lacks even the smallest shred of respect. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Weserians, whose lineage traces back to a navy officer, are not of the Dargonus nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty, your lordship. Dryston's face breaks into a bitter smile. I shall immediately relay your commands, most gracious rogue trader. Thank you for your time. Nah, tell me about yourself, Dryston. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. My house is the oldest and most respected on Dargonus. My ancestors walked side by side with yours for many generations as they cared for this world's welfare. Our duty is to supervise the governing bodies within the systems subservient to you, and we are responsible for the Protectorate's logistics and economic stability. He's pissed. As for me personally, I am a humble servant of the Emperor and a loyal subject of the Rogue Trader, and to my great pleasure, I had the honor of calling myself Lady Theodora's close friend. She's dead now. At Urban's last words, Abelard lets out a sound that could be interpreted as either a snort or a cough. Urban gives him a look, which Abelard meets with an expression of utter nonchalance. What the hell?
Nonchalance.
Nonchalance. Oh. The quality of being nonchalant. Nonchalance. I would like to complete my inauguration. Let's do this. I'm afraid that until you deal with pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable. The central worlds of the Von Valentius Protectorate are going through a crisis, and the warp disturbances, if void observers are to be believed, will prevent important guests from reaching the capital. That will be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your lordship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. We're gonna have to kill a bunch of people who are pissed. It's fine, man, it's fine. I don't like these people anyway. So, fine, to the Voidship Bridge. They are pissed. What's his name? I forgot that guy's name already. So we gotta go and deal with some Xenos somewhere causing problems. It's fine by me. Okay, High Factum Janaris Dunrock. Terrible news from Dargonus, Lord Captain. A subsidiary hive city. Scipione? Scipione. 84249 has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? Connolly reward 2 people. What is the cause of the catastrophe? It is still unclear. The noble houses are casting blame on one another. Agents of the esteemed Achilles Scalander stationed in Scipione 84249 died heroically while trying to save the population from this disaster. No way. Oh, agents of the esteemed agents. I see. Their final reports mention some vulnerabilities in the industrial sectors of the lower hive, but did not go into further detail. All your servants are currently too busy dealing with the consequences of the crisis to investigate its causes. What say my advisors? The death of the Achilles agents troubles me. It may not be a coincidence. Until the causes of the disaster can be concretely established, I would avoid letting refugees into other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. I recommend setting up prohibitive cordons where the refugees can be contained in the wasteland between the hives. The Emperor bids us to face the often cruel strokes of fate with dignity. If the other hives do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of this tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those living in the hives a lesson in resilience and humility. I'm sure the ecclesiarchy will aid the refugees in construction camps and to survive out in the wastelands and establish a community of proud desert dwelling martyrs. Such harsh conditions will be a crucible of fortitude and fearlessness. This tragedy are a feat of spirit. The noble houses are trying to wash their hands of this. How predictable. And yet it is their duty to see to it that the planet meets its tithe obligation and brings glory and revenue to the treasury in your absence. Let the aristocrats see to the refugees and not stop until every last one of them has been put to work. Argenta, see to it that the ecclesiarchy does not ignore the laments of the disposed. I kind of like Heinrich's one, but I think Argenta's one also does the same thing. Let's do this. He who dares to remain deaf to the pleas of the destitute shall be branded a traitor to the faith. Large labor settlements were set up around the ruins of Scipione, and the refugees from the wastelands and neighboring hives have been rounded up there in the harsh wasteland, scorched with industrial poison. With only a bare modicum of food and clean water, the settlement residents have begun the arduous and dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Many of the ecclesiarchy priests sought to share in this burden with the poor souls coming to their villages and preaching to them about the righteousness of hard work. Some priests have even chosen to stay in the camps permanently, where the desert cults of Aconite martyrs have begun to gather around them, glorifying the Lord Captain for granting them the right to suffer for the glory of the God Emperor. Von Valencia's throne room. Restoration. I kind of want to do that. A new hive city will be established on top of the ruins of Scipione 84-24-9. Let's do this. This feels right. Can I do another one? No. So we back out. So now we have somewhere new to go. Let me repair. Whoo! There's so much going on. Chart new routes. Wow. So is this the Save the Eldari survivors? What was that place? Viabus 6 or something. man, there's Aldari people everywhere, man. Damn, I might as well go and do this. And then we'll save some Aldari people right after. She's been waiting for some time. Not enough, really? Interesting, interesting. So... we're gonna have to fight our way here. Let's make it unsafe. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Warp jump. The warp jump was unusually hectic. The recent attack of the scrap code disabled many of the sacred machines whose malfunctioning algorithms showed no sign of failure until the vessel departed real space and surrendered itself to the Sea of Souls. Only the navigator's talent and the tireless vigil of the tech priest saved the void ship from ruin. The Immaterium released us from its grip this time. So we basically got lucky, saying. Visit number 4. We got a little fight over here. Some pirates. We got a tiny star. Phlogiston. What is this? The ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. Take the risk and send a shuttle. The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns. You're damn right. Give me that plasteel. We're getting money out here. Okay. What's this? Provisions. Do you want to set up an extractium to start producing provisions? Yes. What's this? Archaeotech mechanism fragment. A surviving piece of archaeotech mechanism of unknown purpose discovered among the wreckage of an ancient imperial vessel on one of the planets in Number 4. There was some extra law stuff that I didn't read, right? Is it this? No? Reputation? Thanks, features, summary? I think it was this, you know. Oh, it shows me everything that I've done. That's cool, that's cool. So did I... Biography. Seneschal Abelard was is one of the closest associates of the late Theodora von Valentius. He has spent a decade serving the Rogue Traders Protectorate, and he clearly intends to spend another decade keeping a close eye on every negligent servant or undertrained officer. The elderly Seneschal does not show it, but the death of Theodora, whom he faithfully served for many years, shocked him. Abelard is willing to do anything to ensure that Theodora's successor becomes a brilliant rogue trader worthy of his predecessor. Do everyone has separate? No. Archetypes, features, summary. Sister Argenta is one of the blessed Adeptus Sororitas, sometimes colloquially referred to as the Daughters of the Emperor. Colloquially. Furious in both battle and prayer, the young warrior yearns to bring light to the dark corners of the Cronus Expanse. Argenta traveled on the void ship of Theodora von Valancius. On the fateful day when the vessel was attacked by the Servants of Chaos, she joined the future Lord Captain and helped repel the attack. The sister proved herself to be both a dauntless warrior and a reliable comrade in arms, ready to destroy any enemy of humanity. Cassia. Cassia Orselio is the young heiress of Navis Nobilite House, a unique navigator. Jean allows her to guide humankind's void ships through the warp, gazing fearlessly into the depths of the Sea of Souls. The price for this incredible gift is terrifying mutations that devour the girl's fragile body, further alienating her from humankind. After surviving an assassination attempt on the station Uruk 5, Cassia found herself in a rogue trader's crew much sooner than her mentors ever expected. Years spent studying tomes and maps failed to prepare the girl for the challenges of the outside world and of her own navigator house, which is being torn apart by a power struggle for the Novator's throne. Pascal Hanneman is a venerable magos of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Kinda wanna know.
Venerable.
Deserving respect because of age. See? High position or religious or historical importance. I see. Makes sense. Where are we? For the glory of the machine god Omniscire, he performs sacred maintenance algorithms and protects the blessed mystery of technology from the ignorant. As a member of the Explorator fleet, Pascal leads an eternal crusade in search of sacred knowledge. After meeting the rogue trader on the high world of Rykat Minoris, Pascal joined the Lord Captain's retinue. He hopes that such a powerful patron will help him find his long-lost mentor, whose mysterious message prompted Pascal to embark on this journey. Heinrichs. Big dog. Agent of the Golden Throne, interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, right hand of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar, Heinrichs van Kalux, a sanctioned psyker in the service of the Holy Order of the Emperor's Inquisition, is bestowed with many titles and considerable powers, which he directs towards one goal: the fight against the enemies of humankind. Van Kalux is aboard the Von Valancius void ship by order of the Lord Inquisitor in his battle against servants of the arch-enemy who threaten the Cronus Expanse with untold calamity. Heinrichs is ready to sacrifice the remains of his own humanity. Huh? Heinrichs is ready to sacrifice the remains of his own humanity, but if he does, will he then be any different from the monsters he fights? Yep, so he definitely would have been very tainted if we let him do that thing. Reckless guy. Idritlas is a psyker diviner in the service of rogue trader Von Valancius, daughter of a distant world and a product of a doctrine alien to the Imperium. She perceives the curse of sorcery as a gift she deserves, for only the most skilled and strong can endure the touch of the Immaterium. Years of using her sorceress powers have cost both Idra's mind and soul dearly. With each passing day, her ability to keep the malignant forces under control weakens, and so the moment when the warp will devour the diviner, without a trace creeps ever closer. Who knows if Idra will be able to come to terms with the inevitable, or if she will turn to other forbidden forces in search of salvation. We're gonna have to fight her at some point. Few can claim to have survived an encounter with a Xenos, and even fewer to have struck up a friendship with one of these creatures. However, the privileges of a rogue trader allow one to make acquaintances even among the children of Asurian. That is what the kin of Yurliet Lenavis, a mysterious and taciturn Aldari, call themselves. The path of the outcast led Yurliet to the agri-world of Janus, where she met the rogue trader. In joining his crew, Yurliet hopes to travel to distant stars and uncover the mystery surrounding the demise of her craft world. This Aldari will go to any lengths to accomplish her mission, taking even the most desperate measures. She ain't got none of this. And she never will. Heretical. Okay. So we did this, yep. Provisions. Oh man, do I really want to take this fight? Will they let me get to this planet without fighting? Doesn't look like it. Haha. It's fine. What are they protecting over here?
The whispers sound distant. The future is uncertain.
Only 3 of you, huh? Well. Dorso. I remember I was supposed to try and upgrade some of these. We'll do it after this fight. Slap this guy here. That hurt. Cobra class. And let me send this out now, actually. Chill. I don't mind going right up next to this guy. Reinforced shields. Where am I? The right side. See which way this guy turns. Ooh. Didn't like that. And intern. Weak. Oh, my torpedoes are gonna destroy this thing. Viper class destroyer. He did good damage. Respect. Wait, could I have reloaded? Don't think so. Torpedo control. Nice and close, sweating. Let me go ahead and slap this guy. It's damage. Damage, bro, it's damage. A quick turn. We don't want to get that close because the torpedoes will get me. If I do this. Damn. Damn. Okay, okay. What if I do this? Just blow the brains out of this thing. GG. You're dead. This game easy. The battle is over. Alright, so I gotta see if I can level this up. Development. This. I'm just gonna upgrade stuff. Okay, everything's upgraded. So looks like he's better. Oh, but she has something though. I don't get this. I don't really get this. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, we're winning our fights. That's all we need to know. Nothing. Dead world. Alright, give me my navigator powers. Chart new route. Where we at? Where we at? Here we are. Chart new routes. I only gave us one. This is where, no, this is where we want to go, and I can make it safe. Worked out, it worked out. Let's go. Chart new routes. There's so much. So much going on. Okay, so we got the Drakhari ships over there. Lord Captain, we have cross-referenced the key characteristics of the system with our astronautical chart data. The planet Beobos 6 is located here. The problem is, the augurs detect an unusual change in the atmosphere, not unlike a massive release of toxins. It appears that something unfortunate has happened to the planet's underground storage facilities. It is impossible to land safely on the planet just now. Unknown ships are cruising in the system. No need for any cog to analyze it. I can decipher this telemetry easily. Xenos. The armory and the artillery crews are standing by. Yeah, we're gonna wreck stuff. Might as well save here. Gonna go make something healthy to eat and then come back.